recapping the lovely 5D mystic functional adult enlightenment plane. So some of you are 5D mystics, some of you are 5D functional adults. The difference is a mystic declares it's not because we're special. We just have a relationship with the shared consciousness sphere. And on that note, the scientific methodology, Patrick McNamara, I was sharing in video 2 of today something. And it was from this documentary Cosmos with Neil deGrasse, where he is talking about consciousness, and it begins with a young boy getting an epilepsy shock or whatever they're called, I forget, and the family giving goat's blood to the gods so that the demon that possessed the child would leave. And fast forward, Patrick McNamara, in his explanation on how the whole demonic possessions, you're not demonically possessed. I mean, he's telling you about the neuroscience findings, so he's not telling you about demons in a religious way. No, religious consciousness self, and explaining how REM, the neurobiology, has supported our species to evolve. Now, you do know the ones in between, the 4D and the in between, the ones who use the we're supernatural somethings. So you're special because you have a special purpose, you have a special mission. These are all shiny objects for a person who does not have secure attachment within their body. They long to be seen, and then they're going to be soothed. The rewards that comes from, we have 3 drives: self-agency, bonding, certainty. Bonding, I have purpose outside of me, and that's what makes me feel whole and fulfilled. It drives me. So there are groups of people that are driven by the need to be bonded to others. Certainty, I'm afraid alone, I want to. And so the drive is important to know, because that's what's going to affect your personality besides your attachment category and or your attachment style. They're different. And the attachment, again, is in that right side of the brain, which is your non-verbal side. And the left is your verbal, of all people. So if you learned the Human 101, I get to share it because I support people on their enlightenment journey, personal development journey. It's to help you to inspire your higher human potential, whatever you want to do as being yourself. Obviously not just whatever, because that's the part. A whole heart. So an emotional body that is actively something a person wants to participate in. And that if that happens to be overwhelming, you will be, it's overwhelming. Wow, wait a minute. Okay, let me go check out the good mental health professionals, because I'm overwhelmed by my very insides. The people who fall for the shiny object, it makes me, since I was a kid, sad to see. But again, as I was presenting, I think in video 2, you know what has happened since I can remember. What has happened is the projection of the adaptive child. The harsh, unforgiving rigidity of somebody who's like, no, but that's my shiny object, and now you're dismantling it, and I'm going to aggressively spell it out to you and say you're disrespecting ancients and the ancient history times. And it's like, okay, somebody is not doing information with Mahasamadhi Samadhi. So the words that I choose to use, by the way, in the podcast descriptions, is because those of us who are the Zen masters of ourselves, we embody the essence of the words that I've heard Sadhguru explain. This is where he's my spirituality guru, because he is a spirituality guru. And I love hearing him explain all of these concepts and then sharing, wow, the embodiment, because you know how it is to embody Krishna Lila. It's you with an active ventral vagal nervous system, because you have a restorative embodied self experience. By the way, somatic therapists know all about achieving this experience, which I learned about and still learn about, and I experience. Heaven in the body is your alignment as a human 101. Integration of the brain, though, is what is part of that process. And here's where, as I was saying, if stuff comes up from the insides, this is your body. And as Patrick Tiahan points out, Reiki ain't gonna get that shit to go away. No, I can clear your aura. I don't heal you. And 4D Collective likes to use that word a little bit too much. We don't heal each other's trauma, because trauma is relational. And intimacy is the core. You know what? The first intimate relationship that people, they have no idea. You know, this is the part that also makes me sad. People will be motivated to bond and to have certainty. This is the one little shiny object that you'll find those who don't move into that enlightenment soul age group. Okay, so there's other soul age groups for reasons. Relationship, societal. People find purpose and meaning by bonding with the external, and that's how they get their sense of security and purpose. So their attachment system needs to be seen and will be part of a group and da-da-da-da. The first intimate relationship that you will have that people ignore is with yourself. If you can't handle your own self, the thoughts and the emotions, and most people, I was a teenager, I'm going to use that one, when they're in their drama land of crying over stuff. Now, I had a very good relationship, my long-term relationship from 15 to my 18, 19. Others have different opinions about it. I don't. I enjoyed all of it. And when the breaking up happened, no, I wasn't happy, but not even a month in, I'm like, wow, the best thing ever happened to me. Yay, I'm so much better off. Because a solo polysecure, by the way, is a person who embodies love, because you can't be a 5D mystic and not just love humanity. It's beautiful to be alive. And it's beautiful, by the way, in this moment in time, because see, the proving that evil doesn't exist. When you are a person who's consistently Purusha Prakriti, that's pure consciousness and pure energy. It's unconditional love. Pure consciousness means you're aware of yourself. You can't be aware of yourself if you don't have the emotional body connected yet. So as Patrick Tiahan pointed out, Reiki ain't going to help the trauma memory, and it doesn't help the codependent type stuff. That's where you need psychoeducation. At the very least, you also need to be curious about yourself. So if you don't speak to yourself with kindness, but you say, I'm evil, or I'm an ass, or whatever it is, I'm the scum of the earth, which is where those teenagers and people who have ignorance upon humanity, so they don't understand there is no evil. It's a person. There's aspects to be considered, and that's why I read to Michael Stone. So one, the Patrick McNamara thing and the cosmos, I wanted to compare them to say, today we have information. There's no demonic possession with nightmares, but go tell the 4D that. The special star babies who are superheroes, there's your codependent. I'm going to change the world. I'm superior or I'm a martyr. Either I'm going to be successful or I'm going to be like, oh, I'm the one who always takes the self-blame when you can't take care. Oh, I had that vision, but I wasn't able to tell. Nobody believed me. And now everybody's gone, and this doesn't actually happen to all people, but it does happen to some people. Again, the 4D collective. When I've been shared by people their disappointment as if they were supposed to do something, and here's where their attachment system in that moment longed to be seen, to be soothed, to be safe, to be secure, meaning I did something that makes me special. Now mommy, daddy are good, or that's the feeling. So the self-blame one, when people have had aspects in their visions, their clairvoyance, and they did not get supported, and that catastrophes, these are serious things, which is why I will always present the 5D mystic of me first of all, and then say I'm a person who supports the scientific methodology, yes, but I'm pseudoscience lady, I'm good with that. I ain't creating dependency, no, I'm creating independent food for thought conversations, and the reality is anybody that doesn't like it, I have nothing to say except for thanks for stopping by, like our naysayer. He gave me the best opportunity to share. Yeah, I'm pseudoscience lady. I'm not trying to be empirical lady. If I were, I would be in a research lab somewhere doing what researchers do. I'm not. So when these people who felt bad for not being able to use their clairs in the way they think because of this whole idea you're special because you have clairs, there's an entire field that studies consciousness. You know what the 4D says? They're hiding from us. They're hiding everything. There's your conspiracy. So long story short, we build data in time. And this is the other part that I'm like, what is the deal? How are you smart if you don't know that data gets built in time and you get lost in all these stories? Guess who loves stories? The adaptive children. Why? Because I want to feel special. Because they're not special all alone by themselves. The intimacy is with your body. Once you get body, mind in harmony, but you need to be able to have a relationship with your emotions. So we have a master class coming up to support on building emotion regulation skills and relationships minus the drama. If you need additional support for those emotions, there's great trauma experts. Reach out. I have plenty of links to send you to. Meantime, tune in for more. The podcasts are live, and I hope you're having a wonderful day.